everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is my first post-Christmas video. I'm going to be away for a couple of weeks shortly on a holiday. Hoping also, fingers crossed, to tick off a bucket list wish visit related to military history for me, but I'll bring you more in a future video if that happens and I'm able to get some footage. But as such, there will be a couple of videos to come, unboxings of a couple of games I've got over the Christmas period. So Blade&Bow from War Diary and Rommel from Worthington. So I hope you enjoy those, but as I say, hope to get back to normal business by the end of January. But today I just wanted to cover a couple of other things, things that I've had received over Christmas, and also something else that I spotted online very recently, a little print and play game which I thought I'd share with you as well. I saw online that NAA Games or NAA Wargames were trying to increase their subscribers to their web pages, and they were offering a free print and play game like Wargame on Iwo Jima if you signed up for their newsletter, which we're very happy to do because they've got some really interesting games in pipeline that haven't come to fruition yet, but do look very interesting and certainly tick some boxes in terms of the periods that they're in as well. So this game, you have a map which I printed out there, looks really nice, and then you've got the counters. There's not too many to play, I've got to mount those, and then the rules which I've printed out as well. And there's about, let's have a look, 10 pages maybe of rules. They look quite interestingly set out, hopefully okay. I haven't had a proper read of them yet, but this game is by Jose Manuel Neva, or Neva, hence the title of the production company. I think they might be looking to bring out a more official board game version of this, but certainly just wanted to highlight them as a new kid on the block, new company bringing out some new bits and pieces. Go and give them a look, sign up for the newsletter and get your free game. So that's Iwo Jima. As you'll know, I like to photograph or showcase some of the armies that I paint, and I'd seen John Hodgson's Backdrops books available through Bad Squiddo Games before Christmas, and I decided to get my daughter to buy me this for Christmas. Really great stuff. So you've got some really lovely pictures in here that you can set your figures up, take some really nice showcase photographs with these lovely paintings and backdrops. So really interesting booklet. I know there's a few others in the series, some sci-fi ones, and I think there might well be a fantasy one as well, but thought this was really nice, something a bit different, so would recommend going giving those a look as well. I just finally wanted to share 2 or 3 things that I received over the Christmas period. First of all, a little booklet folio game, the OSG introductory game. So this is the Operation Studies group. Their games are normally very expensive, very in-depth war games. I've seen this Battle of Fismes, Fismes, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I'll say Fismes. It's a disrupted river crossing game based on the 4th of March 1814. Now this isn't a real battle, this is one that could have happened, but it uses part of a wider game that they've produced in the past, and they've made this introductory game affordable and available to all. So I've decided to give that a look. You can see some of the production values on that are really good. It's quite a small hex map. The counters as well are quite small. probably the only drawback with this, but I understand why, is that you have to download quite a lot of information from the OSG website to support this game, which they didn't put into the folio to keep the costings down and keep it affordable. But it's a really good price point, and yeah, it looks really interesting. I like the Napoleonic Wars anyway. It's a period I'm very passionate about, so I think Kevin Zucker's come up with a good idea here to get people using this system, and or so at least having a play around with it and seeing whether they like it or not before they jump in and invest in the bigger games, which are, as I say, quite an expensive, quite a big investment. So they're really only going to be for someone who's really looking for this type of game. So Battle of Fismus, OSG introductory game, well worth a look. To finish, a couple of books. Excuse me. One was a book I've been looking at for a very long time. It's now been out for a little while. It was Henry Hyde's second compendium book on wargaming campaigns. I've got the wargaming compendium up on my shelf up there. I love these books. They're just full of information, and wargaming campaigns I saw was available, and as you can see, it's a huge book covering lots of subjects around the whole world of campaigns, which we've run a few of in the club over the years. But for me, it's more a book that will just inspire, give you ideas for scenarios, maybe even rule sets. I like the fact it's colour coded, so you can kind of get to the section you want really quickly. But fabulous production values as always from Henry Hyde, and hoping he might bring us some more of these in the future. So again, if you haven't heard of these, go and give them a look, but I would probably start with the Wargaming Compendium itself and then have a look at Wargaming campaigns thereafter. The second book takes me back to my childhood a little bit, really. As a number of us as board wargamers, we started off with the Games Workshop or Dungeons and Dragons style-esque games in our teenage years. I played Dungeons and Dragons, I played Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000 quite a bit in the first few years before I quite quickly went over to historicals. But the book that I've been looking at for a while and decided to ask for Christmas was Dice Men, which is the origin story of Games Workshop by Ian Livingstone with Steve Jackson. And just a fascinating story, really, about how this massive company has become so successful worldwide, globally. And it's a really nice coffee table book with some really beautiful pictures, illustrations, things that you could relate to if you know much about them. But it sets out a really nice, easy read. Also some lovely eye candy figures in there. Flood the Barbarian being one, which again brings back lots of memories for me. So that's Dice Men, the origin story of Games Workshop by Ian Livingstone and Steve Jackson. So just a quick update video. As I say, I've recorded a couple of unboxing videos that you'll be able to watch over the next few weeks. Hope to bring you some more information and more material as we go through January. But for now, thank you all for your continued support and subscribing, and wishing you all a happy new year and a happy gaming new year. See you all again soon.